Hello, Divine Ones. This is Fairy Dust 1111, and I am going to share the dream that I had last night. Now, normally I don't share like all of my experiences, or if they come up in twin flame talks while we're recording live, I may share like a little bit. But I feel like I should share this because and start sharing other experiences because like some you may feel like you are alone because a lot of times I feel like I'm alone with certain experiences. But as I continue to do research and as I continue to share, I realize that other people, they have been having these types of experiences. And so while individuals around you may not be experiencing this type of phenomena, when you reach out to more divine ones, that you realize that you aren't alone. And so there is strength in numbers, which is like the energy, and the energy that we bring to each other, that we share with each other, can grow. So anyways, this dream that I had last night, I was laying across my bed, like little teeny tiny bell, like this sound was in my ear. And so I woke up. Now I'm still in my dream. I woke up and I looked up and I seen these like orbs. Now this picture doesn't really do it justice at all, but I'm going to explain it as best way as I can. So the little orbs, they were golden, like golden balls, and they were see-through. And in the middle of it, in the middle of the balls, there it was like little rainbows, like little orbs of rainbows in the middle of the golden see-through orb. And so inside with the rainbow was moving, like it was moving itself, like in the middle, like almost like a little ball of energy in the middle. And then the golden orbs, it was a group of them, and they were moving in some type of symmetrical type of shape. So almost, if anybody has seen an atom, and you know how like the electrons around an atom, however, it was maybe about 12 of these golden orbs with the rainbows in the middle, and they were moving in some type of symmetrical type of shape, and they had like a pattern when they were moving. So it was almost like a rhythm that they were moving to. And it had, and then around the orbs and the whole shape that they were making, it was almost like a 3D diamond shape, and they were moving while they were still in this shape. So they never lost the shape of the diamond, of the three-dimensional diamond type of shape. And then around it, it had a golden glow. So it was almost like golden dust, but the dust had a glow with it. And so the dust around it, it seemed like it was like almost like a aura, but it was actual physical dust that was moving around it. And the dust reminded me of like like when a moth it flaps its wings, and then that dust comes off of the wings. Like if you ever touched a moth, it was like really fine like that, but it was grainy. And so what I did is like I reached my hand up into like the shape. And so the shape formed around my hand, but it never lost its shape. And so it wasn't really physical. Like when I put my hand in the middle of the three-dimensional diamond shape, it was as if light, you know how you put your hand in light and you can feel the warmth of the light. However, you can't grasp light. You can't like grab it in your hand and say, aha, I got you. It was like that. And so I felt like I was being blessed with something. And I hesitated with saying blessed with something because, you know, people may have different interpretations of what they mean by blessed. And so I feel like I was being given something. The shape, to me, it felt like when I put my hand through it, it felt like a crown that was like placed upon me, if that makes sense. So like ordained, like okay, for example, when a king or queen is being what is it? I don't know the exact word for it, but when they are passed, like when they are given a crown, like when they a coronation or something like that. But when they go from being a prince or a princess, and then they are now the king or the queen. And so like the priest or whoever's in charge of that duty, depends on what set, I guess, you know, that they're blessed from the spiritual leader, and then the crown is placed upon their head. So they are officially now the king or queen. And this has been, and I'm not like, boasting or anything like that. I'm sharing this experience because I know there's more other divine ones out there that have been having experiences like that. And so this has been a channel message that's been coming through like the tarot readings about the king and the queen, which is the divine feminine and the divine masculine. They're being crowned. That means that they have been officially accepted into the initiation process. So it was almost like you had to go through a process of different transitions and different activations before you got to a certain level. And then now you're being ordained. I guess that's the word. Anyways, ordained to the priesthood. You've been invited into the inner circle, if you will. And so it may come out in different ways for others, and I do believe, like, I've had actual, when I'm wide awake experiences, but a lot of times, like with the dream state, you could have experiences like this or different, in which you're being given some type of activations, you're being given some type of information, and it comes in dream state because you're very laxed in dream state. You don't have your conscious frontal part of your mind working, where you are putting up a guard. It's like in your dream state, you're open to something that is phenomenal like this, or something that is out of the norm. And so, really examine your dreams, because you could be receiving information in your dreams. Yeah, it's not just regular information, but like information that lets you know where you're going spiritually. And I just had to share this dream, but it as well. So what I was saying, like seeing fairies and angels. So I feel like they were combining together. It's like the dust. It was like the inside of it, I mean, like little promises. And so like the fairies were bringing the promise. So rainbows are about promises. And then the golden orb is like the angelic presence protecting those promises. And it felt, I couldn't count, I didn't count them, but it felt like the number 12. It felt like it was 12 of them in this 3-dimensional diamond shape. All right, so you guys, I know this is a little bit out of the normal or whatever, but if you have any experiences like this, please comment down below, share it. Some may think that we're completely bananas, and then some may be like, oh my gosh, I've had an experience similar to this, and I'll start to share more of my experiences as the spirit have me to share them. But I definitely wanted to share this one with you guys because the new information is coming through. And so the initiation process is like going through different things in your life, but however, coming through with a different perspective, coming through and receiving different information that was different from before. So you think about an initiate. At first you were just going with the flow, if you will. You were just going with the information that was given to you by regular people or by your regular circumstance, quote unquote, what they would call common sense. And because it's for common people, but however, that never worked for me. But anyways, it's like now going through the initiation process, it's like, okay, you have been given this different type of way of thinking, and now you're merging the two. So you're merging the spiritual with the physical. So the information and the imbalances you probably had going from doing things the normal way, like that it didn't quite fit right with you, the way how things were normally done. And so therefore it was an imbalance. But going through the initiation process and going through that, it felt like also like being sucked into a portal and just being changed a little bit. And I have other instances like that, which have been really weird. But anyways, you guys definitely make sure you comment down below if you have had any of these types of experiences. Anything, this is a community where we can share, we can grow together, and realizing that we're not alone. And a lot of the spiritual experiences that we have had, or out of the body experiences, near death experiences, or actually going to the other side and coming back, it's not all that uncommon. It's just uncommon amongst common individuals. So make sure that you definitely comment down below, as well as give the video a thumbs up. And for the purpose of sharing, yes, and also because this information will be pushed more by YouTube, the more engagement that a video has, so that it can reach more divine ones, and that the information can spread, and people will not feel like they're completely alone. For the individuals that feel like they're alone amongst the people that they have been born with or the surroundings, but they will realize that, hey, I'm not actually alone in these experiences. There are others out here. They're just like me. Okay. And if you're interested in subscribing, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Now, I am working on a format that will produce regular content. So we may have, for example, Masculine Mondays, and where it's like a reading or, conversation just about masculine. However, there's other things than just the divine masculine. I know primarily that my channel, 97% is feminine, but there's other aspects. There's biblical text, there's ancient wisdom, there's new wisdom that's coming through, and tapping into some of that and sharing experiences, angelic presences, different phenomena that happens, because it's starting to pick up and we can't ignore that fact. So you guys, if you're interested in also joining the Patreon family, that link would be down below for counseling or individual readings. You can find those services down below, as well as for those that have given the 613 Higher Wisdom, Higher Knowledge Energetic Exchange. That link is also down below. And I thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys later. All right, peace.